Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for this Festive Pilates workout. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jade, and if you are returning, then welcome back. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. It would be great to have you join our YouTube community. For this practice today, you don't need any equipment, you just need a little bit of space, and we are good to get started. So we're going to actually begin our practice today in a wide leg stance. So I just invite you to take your feet quite wide, make sure the heels are coming in and the toes and the knees are facing onto the diagonal. Straight away we pull up through the thighs, start to engage through the glutes, zip up through the pelvic floor and have some abdominal activation here to protect the back. When you're ready to join me, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, take a lovely big lift and exhale through the mouth as we bring the arms down. Let's do that twice more. Inhale through the nose as we sweep the arms up, lift up and out of the hips, and exhale as we bring the arms down. Last time. Inhale, sweep. Exhale through the mouth as you release. This time, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Let's interlace the hands together and then turn the palms of the hands up to face the ceiling as we lengthen through the spine. Try to find a little bit more space here. Soften through the hands. Let's drop the right arm down to the right thigh and slide over into a side bend as we turn and gaze underneath the left arm. Carefully coming up through center, taking the left arm down to the left thigh and sliding down the outside of the leg as we sweep over to side bend, looking underneath the right arm. Let's come all the way back up to the ceiling. Interlace the hands together. This time keep the palms of the hands together. Going around the world, we take a gorgeous side bend. Be careful as you turn the body to face the ground. Sweep through center here. Let the head go with you. And then peel all the way up into a side bend the other way before restacking in center. Let's go the other way just once, a side reach, curving the body, engaging through the belly as we come through center, opening up into a side bend and then restacking in center. As you release the hands, let's toe heel the feet all the way in towards each other so they come hip distance apart. Inhale, grow a little bit taller. Exhale, Pilates, roll down. Arms, chin, shoulders, curve the back. Bend the knees as we fold ourselves forwards. Let's enjoy a standing forward fold here. Possibly taking a slight sway through the body, releasing any tension, any negativity through the back chain of the body. Thinking of our wonderful posture as we roll up, bend through the knees, press away from the feet. Chin stays on the chest as we scoop the belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Our number 12 exercise is a high knee pull. I invite you to draw the knee up as the elbows come down. We've got 12 of these, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reach tall once again, and Pilates roll down one more time. Sighing out with the breath. Fold the body over, feel into that gorgeous stretch, and then chin on the chest as we peel our way back up to standing. As we get here, let's roll the shoulders, bring the feet together. We're going to come into some chair squats now. The hips go back as the arms reach onto the diagonal. And then as we stand up, take the arms behind you and find a slight rise. Heels go down, hips go back, reach onto the diagonal, lengthen the spine. Press away from the heels, lift the heels and find a slight rise. Let's do this twice more. Hips back. Squeeze the knees together. Engage the inner thighs. Squeeze the shoulders together. Pull up through the thighs as you find your rise. Last one here, making sure we're not collapsing through the chest and we're engaging through the tummy to protect the back. This time we're going to come into our chair squat and hold. So take the weight into the heels, reach onto the diagonal. Now see if you can add on and find that rise in your chair squat so the heels are lifted. Our number 11 is we pulse here, down and down. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, stand up tall, feet hip distance apart, and Pilates roll down. Arms lead, chin to chest. Curve the body. See if you can dive deeper into this Pilates roll down. This time, take a lovely breath into the back of the body and exhale, fold a little deeper. And then we're going to roll up, restack, rebuild. Our number 10 exercise is a half jack. 1 on each side counts as 1. So we tap out and in as the arms tap overheads. So we're going quite quick here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself all the way into center. Inhale, reach up tall. This time I just invite you to step to the end of the mat. So you're facing the length of your mat now. And then Pilates roll down. Sigh it out as we fold ourselves all the way over. Enjoy this moment as we come down here. And then unraveling, walking the hands forwards. Let's find a high plank when you're ready. Hands underneath the shoulders, lengthening the spine. Press the heels away, scooping that belly in towards the back. Just feel the strength, the presence here as we find that engagement through the core. We're going to lift the hips up for a pike press. So the hips lift, the heels fall heavy to the ground. And then we shift back forwards into our high plank. This is our number 9. So let's do that 8 more times. Hips go up, heels go down. Shift the weight forwards, shoulders over wrists, unravel to high plank. 7 more. So trying to find the space, opening up through the body in our pike. And then finding that control as we shift, we unravel, we find space. 6 more here. Hips go up. Sigh it out. Unraveling, scooping the belly in, finding that control. 5 more. Hips up. Starting to feel the warmth in the shoulders. Feeling that strength through the tummy. Hopefully feeling a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings, the calves, and the back at the same time. Trying not to move the hands or the feet if you can help it. We've got 3 more. Moving at your own pace, at your own time here. Modifying however you need to. Just enjoying moving your body, feeling a little bit of strength, a bit of power, but also that wonderful stretch at the same time. Let's do this once more. Lovely big lifts. And then pausing in that high plank with me, just pausing here, finding a moment to be present. We're going to unravel into a side plank. I'm going to sweep my right arm up and over as I pivot onto the feet and press the chest and the hips to the long side of the mat. Carefully transition as you come back through the high plank, and let's take that the other side. I sweep my left arm up and over, look underneath the left arm as we press the hips through. Should we do that one more time each side, moving at your own pace? Option, drop the underneath knee if you need to find a modification here. Working on our stability, our balance on each side. One side possibly feeling stronger than the other. Our number 8 exercise is a single leg pull. 1 each side counts as 1. In our high plank, we draw the knee to the chest, and then we step back to find the high plank. Alternate, the other leg comes in, lift up and away from the ground before stepping back. We've got 7 more. Lift the thigh up towards you. Step back, reset. So as the leg comes in, we can curve the back slightly. And then as we step back, we try to unravel. We stay strong as we press away from the hands, building the strength, the power in the shoulders. Option, come onto the knees if you're feeling this is a little too much and maybe you need some security with the knees on the ground. So if you're at the same speed as me, I've got 4 more. So like I say, 1 on each leg is counting as 1 here. Trying to lift that knee up and away from the ground, but making sure we realign into the high plank as we come back. Using the exhale as we pull the knee in towards us. Inhaling as we're stepping it back. Try to keep the speed consistent. As you get tired, I know how easy it is to speed up the movements. Let's do this one more time on each side if you're with me. Using that breath. Then we'll all come down onto our knees, uncurl the toes. Let's enjoy a child's pose. Take the hips back, reach those arms forwards and carefully bring the forehead down towards the ground. Take a big, big 360 breath here. So breathing in through the nose, into the belly, into the rib cage, all the way into the back chain of the body. One last breath here. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Then we'll slide the hands up. So we're sitting onto our heels now, hands on the thighs. Let's take a cat and cow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, curve the spine, scoop and hollow and round the back. Inhaling, just enjoying that beautiful movement through the spine here. Maybe venturing a little off track, taking a circular motion instead, if you prefer, rather than a traditional cat and cow. When you are ready to join, let's slowly bring the hands forwards. Come and lie all the way down onto your bellies. So take your time, come all the way down onto your fronts. Interlace the hands behind you and glue the feet together. I'm going to do our number 7 exercise, which is a back extension work. Exhale as you straighten the arms, lift the chest, and lift both legs off the ground if you can. Eye lines looking diagonally forwards. Inhale as you lower back down onto the mats. Exhale, squeeze the feet together, pull up through the thighs, engage the bottom, and controlling as we come down. Trying to think of the strength in the posterior chain. So squeezing the shoulders together. If you can't hold the hands together, you could use a band to bridge the gap. Using that exhale as you lift. The inhale as you lower. Trying to make sure there's no creases in the back of the neck. We'd like to protect the neck, keep it in line with the rest of the spine. So really feeling that strength here. We've got 2 more if you're moving at my speed. But remember, as long as you've done 7, then that's absolutely fine. Working our way through those 12 days of Christmas. Last one here for me. Controlling as you lower down. Once you're ready, hands are coming underneath the shoulders. Inhale, find a cobra, lift up and out of the hips. Feel that space through the front of the body as we sink the hips down towards the ground. And then lead with the hips, finding our pike position. As we exhale, press the heels heavy to the mat as we ease the chest through and find that space. Wonderful work. Lots of tiny steps, walking the feet all the way in towards the hands, pausing in a standing forward fold. Maybe take a soft, delicate sway here if that feels good for you. And then bending the knees generously. Come all the way down onto your bottoms. Use your hands to guide you onto the ground. Feet flat on the floor in front of you and the hands are coming behind the back. Reverse bridge for number 6. Exhale, lift the hips up, press into the hands and the feet as we open through the front of the body. Inhale as we lower. Can we hover off the mat but don't touch the ground quite? Exhale, press through the heels, lift up, squeeze the glutes, open the chest, and inhale as we're gently making our way down. So we've got 4 more of these. The knees are staying parallel. Shifting the weight into the hands, making sure the knees are not going over the toes. Trying not to throw the head all the way back. Make sure we're protecting the neck as well here. Spreading the fingers wide. Staying strong through the shoulders so we're not collapsing into the wrists. Inhaling. A little hover. We've got 1 more of these. Last one. Gently coming down onto the bottom. As we do so, let's find our way into a slight V-sit. So I'm going to carefully lift the knees up. Now you can keep your hands down and soften the elbows if that gives you a little bit more support. Or you can join me here as I interlace the hands in front and rest the hands in front of the chest. Okay, we've got 5 little V-sit crunches. So I'm going to tuck the tailbone under as I tap the feet down. My shoulder blades tap the mat and then draw the belly in as we find our way back up to V-sit. I tuck my tailbone under first, very important, so I can scoop the belly in. and then I peel the way all the way up. You could have the hands on the ground for that extra support, remember? Or maybe you do a single leg tap instead of the full V-sit crunch. I'm always encouraging you to modify however you need to. We've got one more here. If you're in that full V-sit crunch, scoop and hollow the belly. Feel the shakes in my voice. Come all the way up and hold. Let's straighten the legs. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling and enjoy a seated forward fold. Take a breath here. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Allow yourself to fold down. Feel that wonderful stretch through the back of the legs. Now, please make sure you've got some space behind you. So you can just see I'm adjusting forwards to make sure I've got some space behind me. I'm going to take a little boomerang variation. So as we peel the chest up, I'm going to place the hands onto the ground. Now I'm going to roll down through the spine as I come into a rollover. Both legs are coming over. This is exercise number 4. Coming into a rollover if you feel happy to. And then as we roll back down through the spine, the chin comes to the chest. Scoop the belly in and we come all the way up back into our seated forward fold. So we're going to do that 4 times. Make sure we're tucking through the tailbone, draw the belly in. I lift the legs up as I roll up and over into that beautiful rollover stretch the back. Make sure you're never looking side to side. The back of the head is always on the floor. As you roll down, chin to chest, lower the legs, sliding forwards into our seated fold. So I've got 2 more here, obviously moving at your own pace. If this exercise doesn't feel good for you, please feel free to stay in our seated forward fold. Taking a breath, maybe going deeper into that wonderful hamstring stretch. 1 more if you're here with me. Lovely way to mobilize the back, get some movement through the spine. And it feels quite fun too. I feel like a child again. Let's all meet in our seated forward fold. Okay, gently, we're going to make our way all the way down onto our backs. You can use your hands if you need to. Just get yourself comfortable onto the backs. Arms sweep over. We take a full body stretch once we get here. You might like to circle through the ankles, flex the feet, whatever feels right for you. Then join me in coming into an abdominal crunch as we lift the right leg up for a hamstring stretch at the same time. Whilst we're here, let's lift the left leg into a hover. Number 3 is our scissors. 1 on each leg counts as 1. So here we go. I'm going to switch and hold, switch and hold. That's 1, switch and hold, switch and hold is 2, switch and hold, switch and hold is 3. Coming back down to that full body stretch whenever you're ready, lengthening both arms and both legs. Interlacing the hands, bringing the hands behind the head, and then carefully bending your knees when you're ready and making sure your back is comfortable before lifting your legs into a tabletop. We're going to take a basic crunch as we double extend the legs away from us. And then as you bend the legs back into tabletop, the head comes down. Exhale, basic crunch, double leg extension at the same time. Inhale, bend the knees as the head goes down. So working on scooping and hollowing the belly, pulling up through the thighs, engaging the pelvic floor, making sure we're not pulling the head, we're just supporting the head with our hands. Exercise number 2 is our flutter kick. So we're going to reach here and hold. Start to crisscross the legs over and under. We're going to take the legs down towards a hover and then crisscross the legs all the way up until the feet come overhead. That's 1. So let's do that twice. Crisscross those legs all the way down. Keep going until you get to a hover. And then crisscross the legs all the way up and over until the feet come over the hips. From here, let's bend our knees, rest the head onto the ground, hug the knees in towards your chest. Take a moment to imprint your back into the ground, squeeze the shoulders into the mat. Pause here for a moment and roll your head side to side with me. So I'm just turning the head side to side, making sure there's no tension in the neck, the shoulders, or the upper back. And then carefully leave the head in center. Let's bring the feet onto the ground. A soft window wiper here as we rock the legs side to side. Just making sure there's no tension through the hips and the lower back. Obviously, feel free to stay here as long as you'd like to, but once you're ready, I'm going to roll my legs all the way over onto one side. Use the hands to bring ourselves up to seated whenever you're ready, and then make your way over onto your hands and knees, so finding our way over onto all fours. Continue that window wiper where we're just rocking the knees and the hips side to side, so a little bit of sway through the lower body. And our final exercise is one plank to hold. Okay, so I'm going to make sure the hands are under the shoulders, stepping my feet back into a high plank. Your option is to come onto the knees and hold. Press the heels away from you, lengthen the spine, draw the belly in. Make sure the head is in line with the rest of the back, and let's stay here all together for 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hips up on 1. Enjoy that piked press once again, team. Exhale, heels fall, chest eases through, and the tailbone lifts high. Lovely, lovely work. Bend those knees, come all the way back down whenever you're ready, and carefully bring yourself onto your bottom. I'm coming to a cross-legged seated pose, but feel free to adapt that however you need to. Once you are comfortable here, roll the shoulders, reset shoulders over hips and head over heart. Slowly, when you're ready, right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Find that length, a soft, easy side bend. Looking underneath the right arm as we ground down through the sit bones and we open up through the hip space. Realign to center. Carefully drape this right arm over to the left ear, and softly bring the right ear towards the right shoulder as you drop the left shoulder away from the left ear. Lots of lefts and rights there. Take a breath here as we breathe into this neck stretch. Also, whilst we're nourishing through the hip space and resetting the spine. Ease off in your own time. Left arm comes up. We find that lift, that space. Soft, easy side bend as we look underneath the left arm. Hopefully feeling a little bit more in tune with the body. Feel like you've just had some time to move your body on the mat. Bit of strength work and a bit of a stretch at the same time. Come back through to center, drape the arm over the head. Carefully bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Find that neck stretch here, breathing into this space. And then softly ease yourself off. Slowly in your own time, inhale, sweep both arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And exhale as you bring the arms all the way down. Thank you so much for joining me for our Festive Pilates practice. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you got on. And I wish you all a fabulous Christmas and a happy New Year.